Garfield Gets Real is a 2007 animated feature film directed by Marchese Dippé and Kyung-ho Lee and is written by Jim Davis. And we have a great voice cast including Frank Welker as Garfield, Gregg Berger as Odie, and Wally Wingert as John. And to begin with, I wasn't sure if I'd love the animation style, but then I realised what they were doing, and actually it was kind of clever. So I won't give any spoiler details about what happens, as I do recommend this if you're a Garfield fan. It only has 4.3 out of 10 on IMDb across 2.8 thousand reviews and ratings, and I feel like that's a bit harsh. I genuinely did enjoy it. I probably wouldn't watch it again, but if you've been considering watching it, you've looked at that rating and thought, maybe not, definitely give it a go. It is good fun. Garfield lives in the cartoon world, and he is a comic strip star, and this is where we have some not necessarily satisfying animation style. The characters have very harsh black lines around them, and it's not very appealing at all. And I thought that that's what the whole animation would be like, and I feel like I'd get used to it, but actually that's just the animation in the cartoon world, because Garfield manages to enter the real world, and there we have a shift in animation style, which was quite clever to help us be able to very quickly identify which world we're in. And Garfield is curious about this real world, but the grass is not always greener on the other side, and the film is about if and how he can return to the comic world. And I'll say no more than that about the specifics of the narrative, but I thought it was really good fun. I thought the story worked really well. The pacing was brilliant. It took no time at all to get to the real world, but that being said, we do have a little bit of time to set up. It didn't feel too rushed or anything, and I really liked Garfield in this. I like the character in this. Absolutely no problems there. The only thing I don't love about Garfield is that his stripes look too much like spots. Now, I believe some of the comic strip Garfields, they are actually spots rather than stripes, but I'm so used to seeing versions of Garfield where it's more of a stripe than a series of spots. It's a trivial detail, but it's just something that I personally didn't love about this. But it is such a small thing that it's not really that important. But everything else about the animation, certainly in the real world, was really beautiful, and I completely understand why they went with the animation choice that they did for the cartoon world, and within the context of the narrative, it actually works quite well. There are a lot of different characters in this. All of them are very well written, very well animated. I don't have any personal highlights. Sometimes I will give a spoiler warning and mention some things that I really enjoy about a film. There wasn't anything in this that particularly stood out to me as being really great. There wasn't a specific bit of animation or a specific bit of dialogue. I just enjoyed the whole thing throughout, but in a sense, that means that it's consistent. The quality is consistent, and that's definitely in the film's favour. I had fun with it. It's entertaining. If you're a fan of Garfield, I think you'll really like it. I don't think it deserves quite a low rating. If you've been considering watching it, definitely give it a go. If you've never heard of it, then hopefully I can encourage you to check it out. I really enjoyed it. Sure, I wouldn't watch it again. No, it's not my favourite Garfield film, but as a one-time watch, it was good fun, and I'm happy to recommend it.